Welcome back! Day 20 of the Personal Freedom Revolution Challenge video series. And you're working hard to be resolved to be your personal best. So that in each situation where you have choices, you can make the choice that will improve your life, that will lead your life in the direction that you really want. We're also really trying to attach ourselves to loving our smile so we can love ourselves more and realizing that we can appreciate each day and find more things to appreciate every single day. The attitude of gratitude. And I am grateful for your time, always. And I'm grateful that you are working so hard on improving your life, because as you improve your life, you're going to improve the life of those around you, and they will improve the life of those around them, and the circle of improvement will just flow through the entire planet. One big circle of positive energy of us taking hold of our life, the revolution of real change. That's what you're part of, so congratulations, I really do appreciate you. But how do we get past all these blocks? We've been unraveling them day by day. And yesterday we talked about getting out of the prison of our own minds that keep us stuck from having the life that we want, stuck in beliefs that we cannot do X or Y or Z. And I asked you to break out of that prison and name one thing that you will change and one step that you will take moving forward. And it's a fantastic thing to be free. But freedom can be scary, because all of a sudden you're out in the real world by yourself in your freedom. Freedom can produce fear. And that's what I want to talk today about, fear, because fear is another block that we have. We are so scared of different things, and fear is a subject that I could spend an entire program, weeks, unraveling all our different types of fears and how we process them and how to get through them and how to make changes, because fear is paralyzing. So considering I only have today this video and a podcast to really move you forward and look at fear, and since we've been debunking a lot of the previous thoughts on how to improve ourselves, I'm going to attack fear from a non-traditional angle and then from a traditional angle in the podcast. But the non-traditional angle is one of thinking that fear is, there's nothing to fear except fear itself. Very famous quote. And that fear is just false, and that we don't have to worry about fear, and fear is just something that we're building in our own mind. But what if I told you that fear is actually real? That there are things to be scared of and things that are reasonable for you to be scared of. I mean, if you were in a hurtful relationship, you might have fear of getting into another relationship because you're fear of getting hurt again. And that's reasonable, because guess what? I'm not going to tell you you're never going to get hurt again. So I'm going to tell you about a different aspect of fear. That fear is okay. It's okay in some circumstances to say, these things scare me. And that's real. And I don't want to feel this or have this happen to me. And I understand that. But when it comes to certain aspects of your life, the fear and the reality of what could happen and it might happen shouldn't be as important of the reality of getting something new in your life. For instance, it is much better to live in the potential of a relationship than to never have that potential because you're afraid of the pain if it doesn't work out. Many relationships don't work out. Here's the thing, you'll be okay. The thing to understand is that some fear that we have is real, and the things that can happen are real, but the other side of it is that it's okay because you'll be okay, you'll recover, you'll move on. You know, sometimes we fear doing really well in life because all of a sudden if we're doing really well, if things go wrong, then the things that are really great get taken away from us. So we'd rather not create the great things because then we don't have to fear losing them. Much better to deal with the loss because you'll be okay than to never get the great things that you want in life. So just telling you that your fear is all false and that you're just projecting it and that none of these things that you think will ever happen, that's not real. Some of the things that you think might happen, could happen, and might very well happen. but you'll be okay. The important part to realize is that we always recover, and it's much more important to go in the direction of the things that we want than to fear what it will be like if we lose them after we get them. The thing about fear that's interesting is that courage, I always like an expression that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to move forward regardless of fear. That's what courage is all about. Living life takes courage. It takes courage to go after the things you want in life. And it doesn't mean that it's not scary at times, and it doesn't mean that bad things won't happen. But the thing that I really want you to grab hold of is this, is to really move past fear. A lot of the fears that you have, if you can get this in your mind without delving into all the psychological aspects of why the fear is there, just this one thing can really, really help you. And that's this. What has to happen for you is that what you want has to become more important than what you're scared of. So whatever it is, whatever you're scared of, whether it's real or false, becomes irrelevant, because what you want is more important. And what you want is more important. That means that you'll move past and through that fear, because that's what becomes your primary focus. When you focus on what you're scared of, then that becomes the biggest thing in your life, and then it paralyzes you. Don't focus on the fears. Focus on what you really, really want and move in the direction of what you want, and then life will take its course, and at the end, you will be okay. I'll talk a little bit more about this in the podcast and another aspect of fear, but I just want to tell you that you're real. Your life is real. Some of the things that you are scared of are real, and it's okay. But you deserve a quality life, a life of moving in the direction of your dreams, of your desires, and you can resolve and continue to be your personal best. Get out of the prison in your mind, enjoy and appreciate each day, and start loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, you know that you deserve the things that you want in life, and it's not worth being scared of losing them. It's worth living with them. So go after your dreams, because you deserve it.